How you doing? I'm Jeff with Jeff's Lawn Landscaping. Just wanted to get on here and talk a little bit. So I got up this morning and went to mow, and only had 2 yards to mow. So I thought, it's gonna be a good day. Just knock out 2, come home. Uh, you know, stress-free day. Well, I got up and started loading up, and I was debating on if I should bring just the walk behind or the walk behind the rider both. Uh, Sometimes if I just have some small yards to do, I like just taking the walk behind where I don't have to unload the rider, because the rider comes on or the walk behind comes on the front and then the rider comes on the back, so each job I have to unload and load it back up, strap it down and everything. So anyways, I kind of decided I'd just take the walk behind. I got it out, started it up, and brought it around front to load up, and the front tire was messing up. It was getting to where it didn't want to turn. So this is a 36-inch X mark, and the front tires, for some reason, they get grass buildup around the screw and the tire where they connect and everything, and it goes inside the tire there, I guess. And sometimes it'll get built up where it wants to lock the tire up and not want to turn. I had that problem before, and I took it somewhere, and they just blew it out, and it seemed to fix it. So I figured that's what it was, and I tried to clean up as much off the tire there as much as I could. It seemed like it helped, and I drove it on the driveway around a little bit, and like I said, it seemed like it was getting better, but it would just lock every once in a while. I thought, well, maybe it'll work itself out there. And then I decided that I'd go ahead and put the rider on there just in case if I get over to the job and have more problems with it. Because the 2 yards I had to do, I could mow with the rider. It just takes a little bit more time with the walk behind, but with only having 2, I probably would have just mowed with the walk behind. But anyways, I got over to the first job, and I was debating on if I wanted to use the rider or walk behind. I thought, well, I'm gonna go ahead and use the walk behind and see if maybe that frees up, cleans out on its own, and is better, because I'm the type of person, if I'm having problems with something, I want to get it fixed right away, or it's just the whole day I'm going to be thinking of that problem. And a lot of times I make the problem worse than what it really is. But anyways, I got it unloaded and just started out, which the yards was a little bit wet starting out, but the tire it was like it's locked up. It wouldn't move hardly at all. I was just dragging the tire. So I went ahead and loaded it up and just got the rider and cut it. I thought, well, I'll go ahead and cut the other 2. So I need to start just taking both of them all the time, even if it slows me down a little bit by loading and unloading both of them. If I wouldn't have had the rider, I may have had to come back and get it, and it just slowed me down even more. I probably could have mowed with the tire being that way, but it just bothers me if something's not working just right. But I ended up getting the 2 mowed, and I put a push mower in there too, because the one it's got a hill and it goes down to the lake, and I can mow it with the 36, but usually I'll bring that push mower just to mow it, because I feel like it's a little bit easier. And if I'm gonna take a chance of something going in the lake, I'd rather be a cheaper push mower than a bigger expensive equipment or something. But anyways, I ended up getting that done, and I was thinking about trying to fix it myself. I thought if I could just unscrew it there and blow it out, it'd be okay. But the more I thought of it, I was like, hey, I hate to go to try to mess with it and not be able to fix it, and it just delay it even more. So I went over to the place where I have stuff worked on, and I pulled up. Well, when I pulled up, they didn't look busy at all. So I thought, oh, maybe I'll get lucky. So I pull in, and I was actually just joking with the guy, but I said, yeah, tell him what my problem was, and I said, looks like you're pretty slow here, so you should be able to jump on this and take care of it real quick. And like I said, it was more of a joke. I figured I'd be dropping it off and picking it up, Monday or Tuesday, and I would have been happy with that. But he said, yeah, let me get it back here and see what I could do. And the employees was more or less running out there working on it, and I'm like, it just kind of took me off guard there. I was like, whoa, I didn't expect them to get in that big of a hurry. And but anyways, they was running out there working on stuff, and even on the other customers too. And they ended up taking it in there and looking at it, and so I went on in, was talking to the ones at the desk, because I know them a little bit, or at least one of them. And I guess they must have let him know through his computer. After I was talking a little bit, he jumped up. Yeah, I said, it's done, it's ready to go. And I was like, oh, really? Because I'm always worried they're going to have to order a part and take a while to get it fixed. But he said, yeah. So I guess what it was I was partly right. I had grass built up there, so they had to blow that out. And I usually try to keep stuff greased up pretty good, but I don't know what it is this year. I'm just having trouble with my grease gun. I need to get a good grease gun. But another thing, they ended up greasing it up. I guess part of it wasn't greased as good as it should have been, and they said it was kind of drying up and having little oil dry pieces in there. I don't know how to explain it, but anyways, they blew all that out and greased it back up and said I was ready to go. And shoot, they only charged me $25 to do it. And like I said, I was there maybe 30 minutes, and they was like, it'd be $25, is that all right? Which I told them, I said, I'm just happy for it to be fixed, because right now I don't even have a walk behind backup. Which my dad and brother, they have a lawn business, and we help each other out. If they have a mower, it goes down. If I have an extra one, I'll let them borrow it. And I guess I was worried about it a little bit, but not too bad, because we're slowing down around here, and worst comes to worst, I think they would have had one. They probably could have loaned me, but like I said, just getting it fixed and getting it back out here. But it was kind of funny when I went to load it up, how easy the wheels turned. When I go to unload it before, it got to where it was probably slowly getting clogged up in there and getting a little harder to push, but I didn't really realize it, because it just slowly was doing that, and I just felt like, that's just the way the mower is. But then after they grease it and everything, it's just, you can push it really easy now. So that's something I need to stay on top of. But yeah, it kind of stressed me out a little bit at first, and but it ended up not being that big of a deal. They got it fixed, and then I've got the weekend off too, where I was going to try to work on it. And like I said, I need to try to work on things more than what I do, but sometimes I feel like if it's something going quick like that, I'd rather pay them, especially $25, get it done and be ready to go. I don't like being down, and that's another reason why I'm wanting to get me another walk behind. And worst comes to worst, I could have bought me another one now, but I really don't want to buy one and pay for it through this winter if I could keep from it. Another thing, while I was there, I was looking around, and a lot of these, some people don't like them, but the one I've got, it's a belt driven, and it's a cheaper mower than the hydro and stuff, but I'm just used to it. Of course they don't cost as much, and I have pretty good luck with it. I feel like with the belt driven, you know, you may like it, you may not, but I really keep an eye on the belts when they start cracking and need to be replaced. I think if you jump on them, get them replaced, it's not too bad. But I think that's when it starts getting dangerous, when you don't keep them belts in good shape and they start breaking, and you know, that's when things can happen. But so now with getting that fixed, I think hopefully I can make it through the winter. And well, what I was going to say too is I was looking through there at the mowers that they had for sale, but I didn't even see no belt driven. It was just hydro. I kind of feel like a lot of people's trying to get away from them. I've seen belt driven in there, but it may be something I have to order. So before I get ready to buy one, I think I may go in there and see about if I have to order it, and try to get it set up before I actually want to buy one, because I don't want to end up, okay, now I'm ready to buy one and have to wait half the year for it to get it. But didn't mean to drag this out. Just want to get on here and talk a little bit. And I appreciate you watching, and appreciate if you check out some of my other videos. Thanks a lot.